Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Minnesota State Community and Technical College is cutting its advanced registered nursing program on the Moorhead campus starting next fall.
Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz explains how that will still affect current students.
M-State will no longer accept applicants for its advanced associate degree nursing option come next fall. But according to the Dean of Health Careers, it's not due to lack of enrollment.
Our program fills every year, but we don't want to offer a program that doesn't meet our standards of excellence and quality to students.
What she means by that are lower testing grades, but only for the advanced registered nurse program and only on the Moorhead campus.
You're still able to apply for the program on our Detroit Lakes, Fergus Falls, and Wadena campuses.
And here on campus, several students tell me that they had planned to go from the general LPN program onto the advanced RN program, but now they're upset that they can't. Like nursing students Hannah Kiernan and Sadie Hansen. They're set to graduate from the practical nursing program in May, and they'll either have to travel at least 45 miles for this school's program or pay more money for a different program in town. But Hansen adds she can appreciate the school's high standards.
The programs are good. I do know that the RN program I got rid of because it wasn't showing the numbers that they were looking for. So I do understand why it was discontinued, but it's just kind of unfortunate how it happened.
Meanwhile, the Dean of Health Careers says the school doesn't know if the Moorhead RN program will close indefinitely.
When we make the decision to or not to offer programs, we consider the data, the community needs. We keep in mind our mission, our vision, and our core values at all times, so that we make the best decision we can for students.
In Moorhead, Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
The school's Dean of Health Careers says with cutting the advanced registered nursing program next fall, it will also expand its practical nursing program from 30 to 60 students.
5 people are in jail after a drug bust in Becker County, Minnesota. Law enforcement yesterday used a search warrant to get into a home in rural Ogama, Minnesota, which is south of Mahnomen. Officers recovered meth, marijuana, 2 firearms, and more than $6,000 in cash. All 5 people inside the residence were taken into custody. Formal charges are pending. Authorities say more arrests are possible.
One of 2 suspects in the murder of a pregnant Fargo woman has now pleaded guilty to all charges. Brooke Cruz was in court today to plead guilty to a number of charges, including conspiracy to commit murder and kidnapping related to the death of Savannah Graywind. She will be sentenced next month. The other suspect in the case, William Hain, has pleaded not guilty to the same charges. His trial date will be in March of next year. Investigators have not said how Graywind was killed, but Fargo's police chief has called it a cruel and vicious act. The baby was found alive in Cruz and Hain's apartment in Fargo. Graywind was 8 months pregnant when she disappeared in August. Kayakers found her body wrapped in plastic in a river.
A North Dakota man is dead after a rollover in Ramsey County. It happened around 8:30 this morning near Crary. That's just west of Devil's Lake. Investigators say the vehicle spun out on an icy road before hitting the ditch and rolled. The driver, a 90-year-old man from Fordville, was pronounced dead at the scene. His name is being withheld until family can be notified.
Today was a wild and windy start to the work week. Hutch, I'm guessing people are happy to get back to the safety of their homes. What's going on tonight?
You know, not a bad night to stay indoors, but if you must go out, we still have some winds that are gusting over 20 miles per hour, mainly east of the Red River Valley near Wahpeton. 17-mile-per-hour sustained winds out of the north in Fargo. That's pulling down some cold Canadian air, single digits already for much of northwest Minnesota, holding on to the teens here in Fargo. Quick cooling tonight, and with the winds, decreased visibilities here and there. Detroit Lakes under 5 miles at this hour. Hey, the forecast shows the wind speeds will continue to decrease from west to east this evening as temperatures slip into the single digits above and below zero. But there is a warm front on the way, and that could mean some morning flakes. I'll have details on how that impacts your Tuesday forecast here in just a couple of moments.
Okay, thanks, Hutch. And make sure you have the Valley News Live Storm Team weather app so that you can keep up with the weather anytime, anywhere. You'll get the latest forecasts and conditions so that you can plan your day. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store and download it for free.
North Dakota health officials are concerned about proposed medical marijuana rules. Today, they heard from the public, operators, patients, and caregivers as the state is preparing to launch its new medical marijuana program. The majority of speakers were in favor of the motion because they say the drug helps heal patients.
No one has ever overdosed from marijuana. It has never been proven. And so I'd just like everybody to keep an open mind.
You can still submit written comments on the proposed administrative rules from now until December 26th. Meetings are scheduled for Fargo and Grand Forks on Thursday.
Minnesota U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar is speaking out in regard to who may take Senator Al Franken's seat. While Klobuchar wouldn't say who she prefers to take Franken's spot, she does say she trusts Governor Mark Dayton to make the right decision. She says Franken told her personally that he plans on stepping down by the end of the year. Klobuchar also believes that future sexual harassment allegations involving lawmakers shouldn't be looked at as the same. She says Senator Franken resigned because he felt he could no longer support Minnesota. Klobuchar believes Governor Dayton will make a decision on Franken's replacement within the next few days.
Law enforcement officers in the region helped a few children and their families in Barnes County have a better Christmas during the annual Santa Cops and Kids program. The children enjoyed pizza and then got a police escort to shop for gifts in Valley City. Santa also paid a visit to the children while their gifts were being wrapped by several volunteers. The Santa Cops and Kids program is funded by the generous donations from individuals and businesses in the Barnes County area. Officials thanked everyone who donated or volunteered to wrap gifts for the kids.
Tests found no chronic wasting disease in more than 11,000 deer shot by hunters in north central, and southeastern Minnesota this fall. And officials say it gives them confidence that the fatal brain disease has not spread beyond a small pocket in the southeastern corner of the state. The Department of Natural Resources ordered precautionary testing this fall after the disease was found in captive deer on farms in Crow Wing and Meeker counties. The testing also found no spread of the disease beyond the state's designated disease management zone. That's near Preston in southeastern Minnesota, where CWD was already known to exist in wild deer. Tests from that zone found 6 confirmed and 1 suspected case, which is down from 11 last season.
Some NDSU football players may have been running free on the field after their big playoff win this weekend, but something entirely different happened in South Dakota. About 40 bison were in a tractor trailer that rolled in a ditch. Firefighters had to cut a hole in the trailer to get them out and then into a pasture. One of the animals was killed in the wreck. The rest are being watched for any sign of injury. The people riding in the truck's cab were not hurt.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, the same weekend that Carson Wentz is injured, an NFL camera crew comes to North Dakota to do a feature story.
Up next, details on the mystery behind the money being donated to a local Salvation Army.